Once upon a time, there lived a king who had a very wise minister. The minister used to say that whatever happens, happens for good. There was one time when the king was cleaning his sword. The sword accidentally fell on one of his feet and cut off his toe. When the minister saw it, he said, "Whatever happens, happens for good." When the king heard it, he got furious and said, "I have just lost a toe and you are saying it happened for good. What is good in it?" The king lost his temper and ordered to put the minister in prison. When the minister heard it, he did not feel sorrow but said, "Whatever happens, happens for good." The king was surprised to hear this and thought that the minister lost his mind, since no sensible person would say such thing while being sent to prison. 2 months went by, and one day the king went for hunting with his guards. Once they all rode their horses into the dense forest, the king started chasing a deer. The guards couldn't catch up with the king and were left behind. As a result, the king got lost in the dense forest. Suddenly, a group of tribals that was living in the forest surrounded the king. The tribals were looking for a human whom they could sacrifice to their gods, so they took the king to their tribe. The king was pleading them to release him, but the tribals did not understand the language of the king. They bathed the king, dressed him in new clothes, put a flower wreath around his neck, and started playing drums, so as to prepare to sacrifice the king. However, at the very last moment, the leader of the tribe saw that one of the king's feet is missing a toe. So he immediately ordered to stop the rite of sacrifice and said, "This man cannot be sacrificed because he is incomplete. And if an incomplete human is sacrificed, the gods will become angry instead of being happy." So the tribals decided to release the king. After coming back to his palace, the king thought that if he hadn't cut off the toe that day, the tribals would have killed him. Which means the minister was right. The accident happened for good. So the king ordered the guards to release the minister from the prison and gave him back his minister's position. When the minister came to the king said, "You were right. The accident that day happened for good. However, you were in prison for the last 2 months and suffered all this time. What good happened to you?" The minister smiled and replied, "My lord, when I was your prime minister, I used to be with you all the time. If I had not been in prison, then I would have been with you that day. They would have left you after seeing your foot without a toe. But sir, my feet are complete, and if I was with you, they would have definitely sacrificed me. That's why it was good that I was not with you that day and was in prison. It saved your life and saved my life. That's why I always say that whatever happens, happens for good." If we look into our lives, we will find that there are times when we feel that something really bad is happening to us, or it should never happen. However, after some time, if we look back, in hindsight, we feel that whatever happened at that time happened for good. In fact, we try to judge each event with our intelligence. But in reality, our intelligence is also limited. We cannot judge the fairness or unfairness of an event with our limited intelligence. The whole world is based on karma. He who does good deeds gets happiness, and he who does bad deeds gets sorrow. So if you are going through a sad phase in your life, then always remember that your bad karma is being spent, and nature is taking you toward progress by giving you the fruit of your bad karma. This creation has not been created by our enemy. That's why nothing wrong can happen in this world. So remove the thoughts from your mind that something bad can happen to you. And always remember that whatever happens, happens for good. We hope you like this story. Like and subscribe may look simple for you, but for us is very valuable. So thank you so much for your support.